Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1986 movie Aliens. So, this movie follows a sole survivor of the alien attack on the Nostromo from the first movie, Ellen Ripley, as she wakes up from hypersleep after 54 years, and when she wakes up she finds out her daughter has just died, and a lot of people don't believe her and everything, and she ends up going with a group of Marines to the moon where these aliens are on, after communications are lost with a human colony on there, and she agrees to return to the site and everything to help these Marines investigate. And when they get there, they have to take on a bunch of xenomorphs and fight for their lives. And she's also protecting this little girl that she meets on the moon, named Newt. But this is a really, really good movie. It's a really great sequel to the first one. I know a lot of people either lean towards this one or the first one and everything. Most Alien fans, you ask them, they'll either say this one or the first one. I actually more lean towards the first one a little bit, but I still really enjoyed this one quite a bit. I think that Sigourney Weaver is just as good, if not better, in this one as Ellen Ripley. She's just really great in here. She's awesome. She kicks butt, and she just is a really, really great character. She's one of my favorite action heroines of all time, for sure, and she's really good in this movie. And then the rest of the cast, you got Michael Biehn and Paul Reiser, Lance Henriksen, and of course Bill Paxton, who just steals the show whenever he's on screen. He's one of the more smaller roles out of the unit and stuff, but he just steals the show. He has so many great lines and everything. He's borderline annoying at times, the way he panics and stuff, but at the beginning of the movie he's like running his mouth how he's gonna beat up all these xenomorphs and stuff and everything, and then as soon as they get there and he sees them and stuff, he's all scared throughout the rest of the movie, panicking every time something happens, and he's just absolutely hilarious in here. I absolutely love Bill Paxton here, and I think if it would have been somebody else playing him, the character could have been a lot more annoying, but Bill Paxton just brings this humor and likability to the character and everything. It just makes me miss him. He was such a fun actor to watch and everything. This movie reminds me why I liked watching him so much, because he is great in here. And Lex Henriksen is Bishop. He's an android character. In the first one, the android was kind of one of the villains of the movie. This time, he's actually Bishop is actually a hero android and everything. I love his character arc and story, and how like he kind of helps make Ripley believe in humanity again and stuff, because she has kind of lost her faith in humanity after everything that's happened. And it's just, he's a very well written character and very likable. But Michael Biehn's character, Dwayne Hicks, is really good too. I liked him too. And the little girl in here, Newt, she's pretty good. She's played by Carrie Hannon. I think she gives a pretty good performance and stuff for being a child actress. She holds her own really well against all of these great actors, and the whole cast is just really good in here. But like I said, Bill Paxton really steals the show in this movie. I just absolutely love him in here. And the visual effects and stuff, which were done by Stan Winston, I knew that he worked on at least one of these movies, are absolutely amazing in here. The xenomorphs look even creepier in this one than they did in the original, especially the queen, the giant one and everything. I love her. I love that. I thought the whole final battle with all these xenomorphs and stuff, and them having to shoot them up, and trying not to get killed and stuff is a lot of fun too. So this movie has a lot of fun moments. I will say though that it is, like the original, it is a slow burn and everything, and it doesn't really fully bother me because we get to know the characters and like the characters, and it makes it one of the better sequels because of that reason and everything. I think it is a very worthy sequel to the original Alien. I just like the first one a little bit more. Yeah, and I'll say the sets and stuff are just as good as they were in the first one. They do a great job with the practical effects and everything. It looks amazing, just like in the first. So it's a, like I said, a really good sequel. And James Cameron's directing is great too. He's a really great director. You could argue that he's overrated and stuff, but every movie he's done, he always does a good job directing. And I forgot how good his work on this one is. I personally prefer the style that Ridley Scott brought with the original more, but I love this one. I love how this is more of an action movie than it is a horror and everything. They did something different with these characters and stuff, but it also keeps that suspense and builds up getting to see the xenomorphs. I mean, you don't really see them throughout the whole movie until towards the middle of it and stuff, and towards like the middle of the second act, close to the third act. So they do a good job with that too, building up the suspense and all that, like they did with the first one. It just doesn't have that horror feel that first one had that I like so much, but it makes up for it by having a lot of really awesome action scenes, and it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it quite a bit, so I'd say I'd give Aliens a 9 out of 10. I think that's the same I gave the first one, but I think this is a really great sequel. It's almost as good as the first. I personally just like the first a teeny bit more because I like the horror aspect more, and I have a lot more nostalgia for it because I've seen the original one way more than any of the other movies in the franchise. I don't see me enjoying any of the newer ones more than that one and everything. Yeah, so anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Aliens, and hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.